Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, welcome back. So today we're doing things a little bit different. We will be doing the pick a card. However, you will choose by your deck. So whichever tarot deck is speaking to you, just from the images that you see on the back. This is 1, 2, and 3. Let your intuition guide you, and we're gonna choose oracle cards from a couple different decks, and then your tarot will come from one of these 3 decks. Okay, so let's get right into the messages. Again, this is group 1, and this is what your deck looks like. Group 2, and this is what your deck looks like. And I already pre-shuffled everything and set the intention for, as you read the title, for what guidance about these urgent messages about what it is that you're manifesting, okay? And this is group 3. So let's pull your oracle cards for group 1. I think I'm going to pull all of them at the same time like I normally do. So group 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll get something from this deck about what it is, urgent messages about what you are manifesting. 1, 2. Okay, I guess that's all of them. Okay, so next deck, group 1, 2, 3. Messages, urgent messages about what it is you're manifesting. Urgent messages about what it is you're manifesting. Okay. Urgent messages. Okay. Okay, and then for group number 1, this is your tarot deck. Group number 2, this is yours. And group number 3, this is yours. So let's get into the messages. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, group number 1. You have, for your oracle cards, the ocean with ebb and flow. You have soul retrieval. You also have harvest. You have the rebirth. And the soul tree with maturity. And then we're going to pull some tarot for you. Messages about what it is that you're manifesting. Seven cards. Okay, for group number 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more 7. Oh, I felt that one too. Okay, And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. So, group number one, when it comes to your messages about what it is that you're manifesting, the first thing I see, and we'll turn over your tarot cards also. We have the Nine of Swords here with the Ten of Wands, the Empress with the Prince of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Wands and the King of Discs, or the King of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Interesting. Okay. Can you see that? I think I'm going to put this one up here. Let me make sure. And here. Okay. Okay, so group number one, looking at your cards, I can see that there has been some hurt, some conflict, some competition, but for many of you, this has been mental conflict, and there's a lot going on with the mind. What many of you are manifesting at this time is peace, a way to move with the ebbs and flows. You have this Five of Wands here, and if you see, it's like whatever conflict or competition there was, they're snakes, you see. And so this is like telling me that someone was trying to invade your thoughts or mentally manipulate you. And it's time for you to calm your thoughts, to move with the ebbs and flows. Many of you are learning truths, spiritual truths. A lot of these spiritual truths are messages that you're just now receiving. Messages that for many of you have had you, again, thinking a lot with this Nine of Swords here. You see the brain here, the mental, about what actions you should take, and for many of you about what actions others have taken against you. But it's like, what I'm getting is, for many of you, this was bothering you. It was something that was on your mind. It was something that you had a lot of thoughts about. How do you take actions now that you know these truths? How do you move forward, spiritually mature? For many of you, you're going to do this, and this is what you're manifesting, is by calling back the pieces of you where you're stuck in your head, where you're stuck in your thoughts. With soul retrieval here, it's telling you to call back the fragmented pieces of you. Those pieces where you were hurt, for people you wanted to care for. The pieces of you where I'm getting that many of you trusted people, and you're learning about, or you've received messages, Prince of Swords here, and you see how she's holding this scroll. It's like the messages came in, and then it had many of you in your head about, wow, like, I can't believe this happened, that happened. But it was all for the best, because you needed to receive these spiritual truths. Ace of Swords here. And these truths gave you clarity in a way that you're able to now move forward, nurturing yourself with the Empress here. And you see this Empress card? It's like you now have the wisdom, you've gained the wisdom to manifest what it is that you want. With these plants here by her feet, I just heard magical mushrooms, whatever that means. That's for somebody. But it's like, I don't know, some of you possibly like eating mushrooms. It's like the information you receive, though, what you're manifesting now is peace in your thoughts, peace in your heart, peace with your passions. Queen of Wands here. And it's like now you're ready to take actions. As you see this Queen of Wands, she's got many hands here. So many of you have your many ambitions, many things that you're manifesting. So I'm hearing like your hands are in many pots, and you're actually having this birth, a rebirth for many of you. Some of you are rebirthing certain passions that you had, that you put down, and this could be passions in relationships, passions in your endeavors. You put the energy where it goes. Whatever it is that you've got your many hands into, card number 44, you're reaping a harvest. It's going to bring you a harvest. Take it as it resonates. Many of you decide where you are on the timeline. For many of you, you're starting to have a rebirth within these passions that you have your many hands within, that you're nurturing, that you're bringing forth. And with this harvest, it's like either some of you are already starting to reap the rewards of this, or you're about to start to reap the rewards of this. For many of you, this is definitely going to be monetarily with the King of Disc here, and it's just energy. It could be a person that you're actually connecting with for some of you, but for many of you, I get that you're nurturing yourself. You're finding those that rock with you, like that vibe with you, that are on that same wavelength as you, and it's giving you this rebirth. You're now, what I'm getting, have had a transformation. This transformation is coming for many of you as you call back the pieces of you that were broken, that were fragmented, those pieces where you're stuck in your mind, the things that hurt you. What you're manifesting is a way to move with these ebbs and flows, is a way to be more spiritually mature, is a way that you can now not feel fragmented, not feel broken, but feel more whole. Moving into your journey of wholeness is what I'm getting here. Some of you, these thoughts had you carrying many burdens, but you see this Ten of Wands here, it's got that scarab beetle, and so the scarab beetle was all about prosperity. It's that you know what, as a matter of fact, I feel called to look up what that represented. Hold on a second. This scarab beetle. So this scarab beetle was also a sign of rebirth. It's the sign of resurrection, transformation. It's the sign of growth. And you have this rebirth card here. Do you see how this purple goes together on both cards, representing your crown chakra? I'm also getting the heart chakra with this card here, and the throat chakra. So it's like many of you, throat chakra here, are able to now speak more confidently, in a more mature way, with your actions, with your words, with your spirituality. For many of you, you're now reaping the harvest of the work that you've put in to get over the distractions. I heard many of you are moving into this harvest season. You're reaping blessings. You're now in this essence of prosperity with the Empress here. Prosperity with soul family, with the soul tree here. As you're calling in these manifestations, group number one, it's a necessity for you to do this soul retrieval work. On my Patreon page, there is a link. You can click on that, and the soul retrieval video is actually free. So you're able to go in there, do the ceremony, call back the fragmented pieces of you, where you were hurt mentally, where you were hurt spiritually, Some of you, even physically, this manifested. As you're calling back these parts of you that were broken, it's calling forth this rebirth. That's what you're manifesting. And this rebirth is allowing you to move with the ebbs and flows, like find your rhythm, find your space. For many of you, you have this essence of protection all around you. And I'm even getting like, even in the afterlife, like in the next world, many of you have this essence of protection, this death and rebirth energy. Okay, so it's like, I don't know, I feel like with this group, you guys are seriously manifesting peace. Peace in mind, body, and thoughts. Mind, body, thoughts. And this is coming forward like that's your spiritual truth and you're standing in it. You know that you receive spiritual messages and you're not questioning it anymore. You're simply receiving the messages, knowing that it's coming from a divine source, and you're moving forward. It's like I get this energy of like many of you, how the sun goes down at night and it's like it's dying, but then it comes back up the next day and it's reborn. That's your rebirth energy. That's what you're manifesting at this time. And it's like many of you have come back up more powerful in Empress energy, in a Queen of Wands energy, in a King of Disc, a King of Pentacles type energy. You're able to vibrantly, ambitiously call forth what it is from the spiritual realms that you need. If it's divine wisdom, you ask for the truth, you move in integrity, and you receive it. And this is causing you to connect with your soul family. This is causing you to connect with others that have that same type of essence, that ebb and flow. And that's a part of the harvest. It's not just about the material things. It's also about your connections, is what I'm getting here, group number one. It's like you guys feel very abundant, or there's like this essence of abundance in every aspect of your life, in your spiritual truths, in what you're actually bringing forth and manifesting, in you as an individual, like you're accepting of yourself. You're nurturing yourself. And now it's calling forth others that are on that same vibration. This is a part of your harvest. This is a part of the abundance. This is allowing you to move in the ebbs and the flows. If in any way you feel like things aren't quite there manifesting for you, call back those pieces of you where you feel broken, where you're still kind of in your mind and your thoughts about things that have gone wrong. Don't let the past continue to replay itself. Revisit what you need to revisit, allow it to come up, and then move forward. Because many of you are growing spiritually. Like, this maturity is just not about getting older. No, this is a spiritual maturity. It's like I'm hearing you guys are leveling up. Y'all on the level up, level up, level up, level up. And that's what's up, like for real, for real. So group number one, this is a part of what you're manifesting as you guys are moving into ebb and flow and receiving a harvest. Many of you are having a rebirth, and this rebirth is like you're coming out. It's just like the dragonfly or the butterfly. In the cocoon, it's the baby, and then it turns into a butterfly and it's spiritually mature. At one point, you were just the Queen of Wands, bright, ambitious, and now you're stepping into your Empress energy, where you embody all four energies of all 4 queens in one. And many of you are, some of you are connecting with a king of discs, but for others of you, this is about how you're able to connect with spiritual truth. So as above, and then manifest it into this material world. King of disc. Okay. So thank you for joining me, group number 1. That has been your reading about these urgent messages of what you are manifesting. Okay. Okay, group number 2. Group number 2, this was your deck. And your oracle cards are the new moon with promise. You have 4-legged endurance. You also have deep emotions with unknown feelings and past influences. You have the ancestor healing. And you have nourish with intimacy. Okay. So we'll put those there. And then let's pull some tarot cards for you. So, it's not a lot. Thank you for the messages as they're coming through. What is group number 2 need to know about? Oh, thank you. What it is that they're manifesting. What urgent messages? Okay. And 7. Okay. Okay, so we have the 2 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. The Moon. The Hierophant. The Queen of Cups. And the Temperance card. And let me see, did I put that up? The Knight of excuse me. Some of y'all sneezing at something. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so group number 2, what the urgent messages about what you guys are manifesting has a lot to do with you not being able to fully see everything clearly. But what you're wanting to manifest is clarity about these deep emotions. Many of you have unknown feelings. So what you're manifesting is keeping your endurance through pulling up through these past life influences that are being pulled up for many of you at this time. For some of you, you're setting this intention, especially with the new moon and the promise here, to gain more clarity. Many of you are taking this time, and what you're gaining clarity on for group number 2 is about relationship. It's about intimacy. This is definitely has to do with another person. And I feel like with this group, many of you have been taking time to yourself. We do have the Hermit on the bottom of the deck here. You've been taking your time because you want to see through the illusions. 7 of Cups. You don't want to be juggled, and you don't want anyone. You don't want to be juggled, and you don't want to be in your head about anything anyone is saying. No illusions, right? So you're doing your best to keep your endurance, and you're being supported by the universe, especially when it comes to the animals. Many of you may be receiving messages from your animals, if you have any pets. If not, then just when you're outdoors, like even with the birds or visiting a zoo, watching something on TV, there's like messages that you receive that you're connecting with whenever, for many of you, like when it comes to animals. And the messages are there to simply help you to be able to calm your mind so that you're balancing things out with your head and your heart. For many of you, some of you, this is about marriage. For some it's about, I'm getting strong relationship vibe, especially with the intimacy here. What it is that you're manifesting, a lot of you, is clarity about relationships and how to alchemize a lot of the past life influences, especially things that were passed down to you from your ancestors. Many of you, so it's like even when it comes to family, you have unknown feelings about why it is that you do certain things. So what it is that you're manifesting, or these urgent messages that are coming forth, it's like the ancestors, the Most High, is telling you to continue to move forward, because you are manifesting this healing, ancestor healing throughout, especially when it comes to relationships. Many of you are calling forth, manifesting intimacy, like on a higher level. This isn't just about sexuality. It's about like actually caring for someone. It's about like taking time within self, knowing self, so that you can see through the illusions about subconscious patterns that have been passed down to you. Finding a way to nourish yourself and nourish a partner so that you feel content within a relationship. And not because of, it's like you don't want to, many of you are finding ways to get over, to balance out certain ways that you were brought up. For many of you, for others of you, it's the illusions of society and how it's very promiscuous. Today's society says that waiting till marriage with the Hierophant here is like, who does that? Who waits till marriage to like get busy? Let's get intimate now. But sexuality isn't necessarily intimacy, and I'm getting that many of you are learning that, or receiving that as something that you want to see through the illusion of. You aren't sure about how it all works out, but it's like you want a higher level of commitment with the Temperance Angel here. You want to be nourished, and you want to be in partnerships that are nourishing, is what I'm getting. Many of you felt like something was completely over. Like, not only did it not moving, because the Knight of Pentacles upright says something's moving or it's not moving at all, but upside down, it's like it's null and void. But it's like you're keeping up your endurance to still find ways to release subconscious patterns. You're still finding ways to manifest healing, intimacy, a higher level of intimacy, higher level of relationships, higher levels of spiritual connections. Many of you are balancing this out. You're finding ways to nourish yourself, to nourish your partner. You're releasing yourself from any programming, I just heard. Any ways that you've been programmed to think about intimacy, sexuality, and relationships, you're wanting a higher level, a more mature type of connection. You want deeper emotions. You don't just want a surface level kind of love, is what I'm hearing here. You want someone that you can actually sit on the bench in the park and feel very at peace just watching the sunset. And it feels more, what is that feeling? It feels more connected, or just as connected as even when you're being sexual. It's a better kind of a connection because you actually see the person. It's just not about the huffing and the puffing for the 15 minutes in the bedroom, or the hour, or the 2 hours, however long you go, do you. My thing is that this is also that kind of a connection outside of the bedroom. How many people can say they have that with their open marriages, or with their polygamous marriages, or with their boyfriend and their husband, or with a girlfriend and a wife? Instead of spreading yourself so thin, you actually want that connection with one person. This is what I'm getting for many of you. There's only one and one here on this card. It's not them, him, her, they, and she, and them, and the other rest of them too. This is what many of you are manifesting. And it's not an easy process, especially with society today. How many people are waiting or even wanting a one-on-one connection? Nah, it's like we meet, I like you, you like me, let's do the do. But group number 2, that's not what I'm getting for you. You're like, I'm over this illusion. Like, I've had my fill of this cup, that cup, this cup, that cup, this cup, that cup. Can I just get my one cup? Do you see this Queen of Cups here? And that's a beautiful ornate cup. You want to feel nourished. Do you see? No more illusions. No more juggling this one, juggling that one. I can have this cup, I can have that cup, I can have your cup, give me your cup too, give me that cup too, me want that cup. You're like, no, I've had enough cup, this cup, his cup, her cup. Can I, divine, creator, source? I'm ready. I've grown. Where them there? Where she there? Where he there? For those of you who don't know patois, where is he? Where is she? Where is that one that nourishes me, that takes care of me, that cares for me like I care for them? Where is that higher level of intimacy? I want a higher level. No more of the cup thing. His cup, their cup, everybody got a cup. Pass the cup, you got a cup, she got a cup, he got a cup, pass the cup. 7 cups. You want a cup? We all can share them cups. You don't want that, group number 2. You're like, I'm over everybody's this and that. She my girl and his girl too. How the song go? Your man is her man, is his man, is they man. Your girl is his girl, is she girl and they girl. She got a girl and another man, and he got a man and another girl. Like, what? Okay, whoever that's for, let them juggle. Do your thing. Juggle with your health. Juggle with your sexuality. Do you, boo? No judgment over here. Do you? But group number 2, that's not what I'm getting for you. You like, I want it true. I don't want to do the do. I want it true. Intimacy, nourishment, higher level. Higher level is what I keep hearing. Higher level love, higher level intimacy, higher level nourish me, higher level. Bring it true now, higher level. That's what y'all want. No more of this, I can't really tell if they for me. I mean, I think they there for me. We get busy from time to time, but he also getting busy with her, and she getting busy with him and her. Yeah, I get with this group, y'all over that. No more of this, I kind of think, I kind of feel with the moon here. I mean, we were together, but now we're not. And really, I just want some intimacy. Real love. Real love. What? I'm searching for a real love. Y'all want someone to set your heart free. Real love. That's what I'm hearing, group number 2. Higher level commitments in business, in partnerships, in relationships. Definitely in relationships. So it's like if it's coming with the 7 cups kind of energy, 2 of Pentacles energy, you're like, nah, I'm passing. I'll just keep going until I'll keep enduring. I'll keep enduring being in hermit mode. At the bottom of the deck, we got the hermit here. I'll keep enduring and seeking the Most High, because I made this promise to myself that I wanted a higher level commitment where me and baby just chilling, sitting on the bench, watching the sunrise or the sunset. And we still in good love, good love, good love. That's what I'm hearing. Y'all, like, we've done this. We've gone introspectively, hermit on the bottom of the deck, with these deep emotions. We've sat with the Most High, temperance, and tempered out these emotions, this past life and these deep emotions. Gone within, balanced it out. Balanced it out, heart and mind. And that's what's calling in this ancestor healing. Baby, it's just what is. That's what I'm hearing for y'all, group number 2. It's like, nah, we'll stay over here in hermit mode in the corner, because we just not on the cup thing. That's not a thing. Maybe I'm coining that. I'm calling it the cup love, 7 of cup type love, because it's an illusion. Everybody can have your woman or your man, your woman or your man. Everybody's sharing it. That's not what I'm hearing for you, group number 2. You guys are manifesting a promise that you made to yourself, a promise that the divine made to you, a promise between you and the divine, and a promise to, I'm getting for some of you, soulmate energy. And you're willing to endure until it truly comes through, is what I'm hearing. And that's what you're manifesting. You're over not being able to see a person clearly. You're over the emotions. You're over juggling people and being juggled. You're ready to balance things out, alchemize your heart and your mind. Your lower chakras and your higher chakras. Ready to nourish yourself. And that's what you guys are calling for. Balancing out the unknown feelings. Balancing out and alchemizing this past life influence that's bringing in this ancestor healing. So that you guys can have higher level commitments, higher level relationships, and connections with soul family. And I'm getting your soul family is very high vibrational, baby. They like on that thing. Now, it doesn't mean that they live their life the same way you do, but they're on a higher vibration. Okay, group number 2. So that has been your reading. I want to thank you for joining me. And go on with your higher level self. I like it. Do your thing. Live your life. Higher level intimacy. Higher level, nourish me. Higher level, endurance. Yo. All right now. Okay, that's group number 2. And now we have group number 3. So you guys have celebration. You also have north with solitude. You have calming the waters with peaceful self-regulation. You have the I am presence. You also have self-respect. You have boundaries. And you have insight. Okay. Okay, group number 3. So let's pull out from the Star Tarot, which is your deck. Thank you. Some tarot cards about what it is that you're manifesting. Okay. I think that's 7. Let's see. We have the Lovers. Okay. We also have the King of Swords. You have the High Priestess. You also have the Queen of Swords. And you have the Fool. 2, 4, 6. I'm going to grab one. Well, that moved, so we'll take that. And the Queen of Wands. All right. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. So group number 3, I see that many of you are manifesting more self-awareness. And this self-awareness comes with you realizing, recognizing, and implementing 3 things in particular. You're realizing, recognizing, and manifesting self-respect, boundaries, and ways to be peaceful within self when conflict arises. It's like group number 3, you guys have gained some insight that has brought you more balance, more harmony in your thoughts and with your ambitions and the actions that you take. Many of you had decisions to make about how to set boundaries, when to set boundaries, and you're starting over. It's like you're starting over with all of this clarity that you've gained. It's like many of you, with this self-respect that you're implementing into your life, you're having like a new beginning. Card number 28 here. That's 10. 10 totals 1. You also have the Fool here. So that's the new beginning, the 0 to the 1. And the 1 is you starting again. This is what you're manifesting. Starting again. And when you're starting now, you're starting with like, baby, I love me. And I have self-respect. So I set this boundary and you're going to respect my boundaries. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. My masculine and my feminine. Because now I'm aware of who I am, High Priestess. I have gained more than enough insight about who I am spiritually and how that moves me and brings me forward. Queen of Wands now. You're making better choices is what I'm hearing with the Lovers here. And many of you had to do this after a time of solitude. As you spent all of this time with yourself, you connected with the divine, with your I am presence here. You connected with a way to find ways to be peaceful within self. So you didn't let people rile you up with whatever foolishness or gossip or whatever was going on. You were like, nah, that's not for me. This is my boundary line. I'm wiser now. Do you see this owl here? And many of you are wiser in partnerships. This is card number 2. So it's like 0, 1, 2. You guys are moving in sequence. You know, you're moving on the path. There's a word. I can't think of the word right now. But you're moving, in sequential order. That's exactly what I wanted to say. And you also have the 2 here with the High Priestess. So even 22 could be very significant for some of you. But this 2 is in partnerships. Many of you have learned in partnerships how to set boundaries because you respect yourself now more. 28, 1, it starts with you. And you recognize, group number 3, that it starts with you. You've gained more than enough insight. I feel like many of you went into like hibernation season with the divine. And you were like, I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out until me and the divine got some real understanding. And I'm going to stay in this cave until I can respect myself enough to set healthy boundaries so that I can make healthy choices. This is what you're manifesting, group number 3. This is what I'm hearing. And it's causing this energy of celebration because you're you're dancing with the universe now. It's like you're co-creating. You're allowing that, like when people dance, energy moves. So it's like you're allowing this movement between you and the universe, the Most High, to co-create. Like you're allowing you're allowing your life to be guided. Do you see like this star right here? It's like the North Star. And this guidance is giving you more mental clarity. Definitely about partnerships, because we do have the King and the Queen of Cups here. Now, take it as it resonates. For many of you, this is about your masculine and your feminine coming together. But for some of you, of course, also with the Lovers here, and then with the Lovers here, and then counterparts of the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. It's like many of you have partnerships now where there is great clarity. Clarity about where you begin and they end, and vice versa. Clarity about the choices you make. Clarity about making choices that present self-respect for both of you. That's what many of you are manifesting. You've gained control and like learned how to take your lessons and use your I am presence. You know that I am are some of the most powerful words, and so I feel like you guys spoke it into existence. Like you're not just taking anything. Like I am worthy of a committed relationship. I am worthy of a balanced relationship with heart and mind, and someone who's also balanced in heart and mind, not afraid to show their emotions, but we show it in a way that's respectful of each other, by having first self-respect and then respecting your partner, is what I'm getting here. Many of you have learned not to allow others to cross your boundaries, and you don't allow yourself to even cross certain boundaries that you're set for yourself. Now, not in a way where your boundaries become like a prison for you. No, you're willing to expand and grow using your mind. That's why we have the swords here. So it's like you found that balance between your heart and your mind. Instead of being completely emotional or on fire with your loins, for some of you, I heard. Loins, who says that? Definitely not my words, but we're gonna go with it. So, some of you are very vibrant. You're very magnetic, Queen of Wands energy. But you're not letting that be the thing that leads you. You're being led with your... You see, this Queen of Swords here is different. If you look at her, yes, of course, she's connected to the divine. Look at this rays of light that comes from her. But it's the rainbow that's in the back that represents all of the chakras. And right at her heart center, there's a butterfly. So it's like you've transformed your heart space. And you have that mind, that head and heart coherence. But you're not leading with just your heart first, even though your heart's been transformed. And there's a huge butterfly there. Can you see that? A huge butterfly. But you also see this sword here. And look, there's butterflies right here. I didn't even notice that. There's butterflies right here. But you see this sword? That's the thoughts. So you're like thinking things out. Does this make me feel respected? Am I moving in an energy where I'm respecting myself? Do I need to set boundaries now? You're wiser. This sword represents your wisdom. Do you see that owl there? About boundaries. And so even when you're in your feminine energy and you want to open your heart, it's like you can also see things from a higher perspective with the eagle here and the King of Swords. And his heart's not closed off either. If you look right here, right there where his heart is, there's a little star that's lighting it up too. And his crown chakra's lit up too. So it's like there's this balance that comes. when you're in your masculine energy and when you're in your feminine. And for those of you who are connecting with a divine partner, it's like you guys both have this balance of this head and heart coherence. Yes, you still a vibrant thing. I heard vibrant thing. Still like to get your dance on. Still like to have a good time. But now you know where the boundaries are. Now you know how to move in this energy of self-respect. And many of you, I'm getting, you did this by going in and being alone. This is where your manifestation powers fully came forward. And you recognize in this time that you were alone in solitude, that, I only want to do things that where I'm respecting myself. I've gained more insight by taking this time in solitude, and now I know where my boundaries are when it comes to me, where I begin and end, and where another begins and ends. You're not, even if you're empathic group number 3, you're not taking on other people's energy. And when you do, you transmute it, or you you transmute that energy. Or what I'm getting for many of you is you know where and how to set the boundary. You set that boundary, and now you know how to stay peaceful within self. You're not taking on other people's energy. This is what you're manifesting, and many of you are doing it by using your throat chakra is what I'm getting. Your I am presence. And it feels like, I just heard a whole new world. It feels like a new beginning. Maybe a whole new world for many of you. Okay, group number 3, so that has been your reading. This is a part of what you guys are manifesting. I want to thank you guys for joining me about these urgent messages. For these urgent messages about what it is that you're manifesting. Thank you for joining me, Tonae Star. Remember, always shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you're still amongst the stars. And to always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. Always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. Thank you for joining me.